There's an old saying that goes, one man's trash is another man's treasure. We've all heard it at some point in our lives. But not many of us have taken it to heart. You see, what one person does not value can indeed be held in high regard by someone else. The fact that something has been lost or discarded does not always mean it's worthless. Sometimes it can actually be worth a lot of money. Today we're going to take a look at some of the most valuable items people have found by accident. From jewelry to coins and even World War II bombs. Without further ado, here are 15 treasures that hide in plain sight. Number 15. A penny for your thoughts. There's an old adage that says, a penny saved is a penny earned, but this could also apply to pennies that you find. Imagine if you're out and about and you find a penny lying around. You might think to yourself, do I really want to stoop down and pick this up? Well, if you're feeling particularly frugal, then you might consider doing so. After all, it's free money. It's one whole shiny copper cent that you can add to your collection. Who knows, it could turn out to be worth a lot more than its face value. And that's exactly what happened for one guy from Florida named David Harper. In February of 2018, he was visiting St. Augustine Beach with his family when his son asked him to go pick up a penny he had spotted. Turned out the coin was not only worth far more than it seemed, but it was also worth a whole lot more than its weight in gold. The penny was actually a 1944 copper planchet with a zinc coating. It's extremely rare because during World War II, copper was needed for military ammunition. So pennies made between 1943 and 1946 were made out of steel instead. No, 14. A ring around the finger. Getting engaged is a very exciting time for any couple. It is the beginning of a new chapter in their lives together and the perfect opportunity to express your love for each other in a very public way. Some people will even get married on the spot when they receive the proposal. But one woman had no idea she was already engaged. That's because her partner proposed to her with a ring he found in an antique shop. He thought it was just a cool ring to give her, not knowing it was actually an engagement ring. When the bride-to-be posted a picture of it on Reddit, people pointed out that the ring actually looked like a Nazi ring. Apparently, these rings were only given to SS officers who oversaw concentration camps. It turned out that the ring was bought from a World War II veteran who stole it from one of the camps. So while the ring may seem like a great find at first glance, it's definitely not something to be proud of. Number 13. Dinner and a movie. Have you ever tried dumpster diving? Some people do it for fun, while others do it out of necessity. Either way, it can sometimes pay off big time. Take the case of Nick Green, a college student who stumbled across a brand new TV while he was rummaging through the trash. He couldn't believe his luck, but he didn't realize how lucky he really was until later on. He posted a photo of his unexpected find online and a local repair shop saw it. They offered to fix the TV and give Nick half of the profits from selling it. Number 12. Out of this world. If you're an avid rock collector, then you know that finding a meteorite can be extremely rare. That's because meteorites are incredibly difficult to track down and even harder to identify. But one man named John Long was able to do just that. One day he was strolling along a beach in Australia when he noticed something unusual stuck in the mud. At first he thought it was just a piece of metal, but upon closer inspection, he realized that it was actually a meteorite. John had stumbled upon an 8-pound space rock that was estimated to be worth over $10,000. If you're ever at the beach, keep your eyes open for anything unusual. You never know what you might find. Number 11. Time capsule. Imagine being at an estate sale and seeing a dusty old toolbox filled with all kinds of interesting items. What would you expect to find inside? Maybe some old tools, or maybe some forgotten projects. Well, you might be surprised to learn that one man found something much more valuable. When this guy opened the box, he discovered a hidden compartment containing stacks of cash. It turned out the box belonged to a former Army medic who had served in Vietnam. He had kept the money safe and sound in his toolbox all those years, and now it was up for grabs. The bills were crisp and in perfect condition, which made them even more valuable. Number 10. Nature's treasure. Beaches are often seen as relaxing places to take a walk and enjoy the scenery. And while there's nothing wrong with that, it's important to remember that the ocean can be dangerous and unpredictable. Just ask anyone who has ever been caught off guard by a rogue wave. That's why it's always a good idea to be careful when you're exploring the shoreline, because you never know what you might find. Take the case of these two friends who were walking along the beach when they saw something unusual sticking out of the sand. At first, they thought it was just a piece of driftwood, but upon closer inspection, they realized that it was actually a large chunk of amber. Amber is a fossilized tree resin that is often used in jewelry making. It can be found in many different colors, but the most valuable pieces are those that contain insects or other small creatures. This particular piece was worth over $37,000 because it contained a beetle that had been trapped inside for millions of years. No, 9. Antique find. Have you ever been to an antique store? These stores are often filled with all kinds of interesting and valuable items. That's why it is always a good idea to keep your eyes open when you're rebrowsing around. You never know what you might find. Take the case of this man who was looking for a bargain at a local antique store. He didn't expect to find anything valuable, but he was pleasantly surprised when he came across a pair of binoculars that were priced at only $10. He thought they were just a cheap pair of binoculars, but he was wrong. Number 8. Coin roll hunting. Going to the bank can sometimes be a boring task, but it can also be a very profitable one. That's because banks often have old coins lying around that nobody wants. And all you have to do is ask for them. Take the case of one man who went to the bank and asked for some old coins. He was hoping to find some rare coins that were worth a lot of money, and he did just that. Number 7. Baseball cards. For some people, collecting baseball cards is just a fun hobby. But for others, it can be a very lucrative one. That's because some baseball cards can be worth a lot of money, especially if they are rare or in high demand. Number 6. Bookworm. Going to the library can be a great way to find some cheap entertainment. That's because libraries often have books that have been donated that nobody wants, and all you have to do is ask for them. No. 5. Finding Nemo. The ocean is full of all kinds of strange and wonderful creatures. And sometimes these creatures can be worth a lot of money. Take the case of one fisherman who caught a rare fish that was worth over $20,000. The fish was a bluefin tuna, which is one of the most popular species of tuna in the world. It was very large and in excellent condition, which made it very valuable. Now for treasure, animals can sometimes be more than just cute and cuddly. They can also be very expensive. Take the case of one trapper who caught a rare animal that was worth over $30,000. The animal was a sable, which is a type of weasel that is found in Siberia. It was very well done, which made it very valuable. No. 3. Diamond in the rough. Gems and precious metals are often seen as symbols of wealth and power. And sometimes these gems can be found in unexpected places. Take the case of one hiker who found a gem that was worth over $40,000. The gem was a diamond that had fallen out of a rock face. It was very large and in excellent condition, which made it very valuable. Number 2. Gold digger. Gold is one of the most precious metals in the world, and it is often worth a lot of money. And sometimes this gold can be found in unexpected places. Number 1. Buried treasure. The idea of buried treasure is often associated with pirates and the Caribbean. But sometimes this treasure can be found in unexpected places. Take the case of one man who found a buried treasure chest that was worth over $60,000. The chest was filled with gold coins and jewels and was found in a backyard. It was very well hidden, which made it very valuable. Thanks for watching. Be sure to stay tuned for more videos like these. Which of these treasures was your favorite? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and share if you enjoyed the video.